Hey there, I quickly want to go over my Robinhood portfolio and show you some low-cost stocks that you could sell options on or sell puts on and start trading options on pretty inexpensively. Um, Really quick, my portfolio is just under, just around 69.3 here on Robinhood. Um, and my Charles Schwab's around 83.5 is where it's at. Um, a lot of options expired on Friday. If you're looking at this and you have not subscribed, please subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more videos I will make. Yeah, that's kind of a threat, huh? But not too many people will actually open the Robinhood portfolio up and show you their portfolio. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and rarely do you see somebody that will actually show you their trades and show you their options and show you their stocks. They just kind of talk about them. But I show them to you. Hopefully, I'm not giving you my account information. I don't think I am. Let's keep hoping. Real quick here. So I'm going to go through the stocks I currently at the bottom that are under the $10 mark, and that you could easily sell options on or puts on, or and most of these are dividend stocks as well. So just at the bottom here, these are stocks that I'm building positions on. Kraft Heinz dropped below $30 again, so I thought it was a good time to buy. So I'm trying to build some positions on that. I think I'm going to sell my HBI of my Heinz brand and build a position in my Charles Schwab account and move that money over to Kraft Heinz. And I add more cash in my Robinhood account. I don't add any cash in my Charles Schwab account. Just collect dividends, and I sell options, so I get that money for that as well. So it kind of builds slower over there, and so for me to build a $3,000 position would take quite a while to come up with $3,000 in cash. It would take a while, at least probably about a month, probably, if not more, in my Charles Schwab account. So in my Robinhood account, I probably deposit close to $1,000 a week. So it's not going to take that long to get to $1,000 in my Robinhood account, or a position in my Robinhood account. Probably take 2 or 3 weeks for me to get to that Kraft Heinz position. But I'm going to sell that Heinz and move it over to my Charles Schwab. QILD is a new position I'm building slowly. You can sell covered calls on it, and so I'm going to build that up and get 100 shares and collect that monthly dividend, which is about 11%. And QILD is an interesting stock. Do your research on it before you start playing with it. It's not necessarily a very high risk at all, I would say, but it's just different than most ETFs. So at the bottom here, F and B. So we're going to go from the top and work our way down because I could stroll through them. Actually, we're going to start with CenturyLink. CenturyLink just changed their symbol to LUMN. I don't know what the hell that stands for, but it is their new symbol, and it used to be like CTL, and they just changed it, I believe, on Friday. So the reason I own CenturyLink, and I don't think CenturyLink's necessarily an amazing stock, but the reason I own CenturyLink, I want to make sure it's clear, is that it has a 10% dividend, or roughly 10% dividend, and I sell weekly options on it. And so, so you can say, well, that's not a great stock, and it's not necessarily a great stock, but I'm able to collect, I don't know, I'd say $10 to $15 a week per position, and you times that by 50, and we're talking about, once plus it rings dividends, we're talking about paying for the stock price in just a little over a year. That's why I own CenturyLink. Weekly option, high dividend. That means good for me to own. And so we're going to go through it real fast here and show you CenturyLink's at 1072. I own 2 positions. You can sell a put on this. Let's just look and see what an option's trading on CenturyLink real fast. And so Friday's option, I do have one already sold. So let's see here. It's at the 1150 price, and it's at 1072. Honestly, I'm a little overzealous in CenturyLink. I do that sometimes, but I would sell the 1150 in the 2 week. And it goes up and down depending on what's going on in the market. I've seen it way higher than this as far as paying premiums. So I would say, let's just call it $5 a week I collect. So that's $250 plus the 10% dividend. We're still talking humongous returns. We're talking 30 to 40%, which I kind of claim that I usually, between dividends and my option premiums, I think my income is roughly between 25 and 30%. And I just think that's kind of low, actually, because I'm not really even thinking about compounding and all the other thing that goes on with it. And so I would sell this. I like to stay over 80% on my chance of profit, of max profit. And here it's 85% at the 11.50 price, and I would do the 2 week, is I would do there. And so CenturyLink with a big dividend, and it just paid it out. It's pretty safe. I believe it's closer to 8.5 to 9%, not what they're showing here. Next one, HPE. This HP Enterprises. I own one position on this. It is a weekly option as well. It's close to a 5% dividend. And again, I collect income on this. It's and so I would say this is probably not, I'm gambling a little bit with not necessarily having the highest price stock or the highest quality stocks, but I have stocks I know I can make income on, and so that's why I have a lot of these. First National Horizon. This is a bank, I believe, and it pays roughly 6%, and it is a monthly option stock. And I own two. Actually, this might have been an insurance company stock, actually. I own two positions, and it is a monthly. And let's look real quick here what the monthly options paying on this. October 16th to the next monthly option expiration date, and that's going to be for everybody. I did sell this, I remembered last week, and I sold it at $11 price. I sold it usually earlier than I did, and I believe I collected around $12 per position. So, that's, it's basically 1% a month plus my dividend, so it's roughly 20%. So a lot of times on these monthly option stocks, I definitely collect less. I would say that. So it's dropped a little bit. It's an 89% chance of max profit at that $11 price. Let's see here. Next one, EVRI. This is an interesting stock. I bought this at $5.75. It had a high buy rating on it, and still does. Look at that. It's basically a gaming stock for casinos, electronic gaming for casinos, and it's jumped, obviously. It quickly hit my option price, so I rolled it over to the $10 strike price in December, and I did collect more dip premium on that. I'm just trying to hold on to my stock and collect all the gains on it, and that's a big part of what I do. I work that tightrope. I want to keep my stocks, so I'm always trying to roll out the option as well as get all the gain in my stock and also collect that premium. So Valley National Bank Corp, I have one position. It's a monthly option stock. You can see I bought it for $7.45 and it's down. I've had it for about 3 or 4 months. I'll probably keep selling the option on this. Redwood Trust has had a run up this week. I don't really understand that. It's been like sitting still forever and ever. Look, there's the month. There it goes. And all of a sudden Redwood Trust just goes nuts. And it had a 11% run this week. I didn't have options on either of them here at this account or my Charles Schwab, just because I didn't like what it was paying for the monthly option, and I thought it was too close to the strike price, so I didn't sell it. I like to keep my stocks, like I said. GE, this is not a dividend, small dividend, maybe 1%. Let's see. I think it's under 1%. Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's 0.5%. Weekly option stock, though. I own one position here and one of my Charles Schwab. Obviously, you could sell the put. So if you wanted to sell a put on GE at $6.50, put. So you have the call. This thing ran up this week. I'm going to have to roll that over somehow. So the put, the $6.50 put would pay you $5. But if you go out, that's just 1 week. If You go 2 weeks, you get $10. 3 weeks, $14. Um, but then again, it's just a $6.50 stock, and so your max chance of profit 74% in 3 weeks, and then goes down and down and down. So I would probably not sell that put. I would wait for it to drop below the 650 and try to sell the $6 put and collect free money. Is what I would look at it, because I don't think it's going to go below $6 most likely, and if it did, I'd roll it over. So that's what I would do with GE. I'm just going to continue to sell my options on this. I'm going to try to roll out of that. Hopefully I can do that and keep my stock. I know I've collected premium on this several times since I've owned it. Cleveland Cliffs is not a dividend stock, and it had a run up yesterday. Look at that. Boom. Look at the week. Up 12%. What the hell? But I collect options on this as well. There's a lot of Cleveland Cliff. Look at that. 24 million shares changed hands during the week. Oh, that was like yesterday. I'm sorry, on Friday. 24 million shares changed hands. It's a good weekly option stock. You collect some premium on it. Definitely can sell some puts on it. And it's kind of been, obviously, like everything else, it's recovering just like most stocks are for the year. You see that U in the recovery. Real quick here, PAA. This is a great dividend stock and a weekly option stock. It is a pipeline company, obviously. I kind of like it better than Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer's been just getting killed. I believe the dividend on this is around 10%. And I own 300 shares. I bought some more actually because the price dropped, I believe. Yes, see, it was down there. So my average price, that's why. My average price was $9. So I bought it another 100 shares and it was down in the sixes. Try to get my average price lower. So I'm going to continue to sell options on this, try to stay out of the money and collect that premium and those dividends. ET, I own 500 shares here. I do collect the weekly options on this. I really try to wait for that one day where the stock goes up, 5%, and then I sell that weekly option and collect that $50 or the $25 or $40 on this, and then sometimes I'll sell the 2-week, and I wait for it, try to get the $7 price or the $6.50 price. And then it hasn't been really moving much. I'd say it's been hovering around the $6 price. Again, another weekly option and a high dividend, very high, and it just paid it in August. So we'll see what happens. This company does make money. I don't understand why this stock is just getting absolutely destroyed. See, they've made money, but compared to what their dividend paid, like for example that quarter there. Says they made 13 cents, so they know they paid 30.5 cents. I imagine this dividend's going to drop to around 20 cents, if I had to guess, maybe 15. And I probably will be before the next payout. And that's why I sold some of my ET. And I might sell some more, actually, and put it over in Plains America or Kinder Morgan or EPD. Nokia, a weekly option stock, not a dividend stock anymore. I think they used to pay dividends. Decently rated. You can sell the weekly options on this. There's lots of positions being traded every day. Let's see here. So the 1 week, because it's only a $4 stock, so you do the 2 week. Yeah, see, I kind of, and this stock is another one I would wait for a really good upturn in the market, like a 3 or 4% gain during a day or over a 2-day. And then try to sell that $4.50 and get it like a $10 for a 2-week period. And you could say, well, that's not that much money. It isn't, but if you do it all the time, it is. And so, what's my theory on that is I just keep doing it over and over and over and over again. And you say, well, that's a lot of work for $10, and it kind of is, but in the end, I'm still able to pull down. My premiums are lower than they were. I was up around $1,000 a week. I would say I'm down to around 700, 600. And part of that reason is I was trading 5 positions of TNA, and now I'm only trading 3. and I bought dividend stocks of that money, and so I'm running the wheel on TNA with 3 positions and trying to collect about $100 a week up those 3 positions. I'm not always able to do so because I want to stay out of the money, and I want to not, basically try to kind of roll them over and not take the stocks and things like that. But um, but yeah, so I'd say I'm probably 600 to 700 a week if I had to guess, somewhere in that range. I don't really keep that big a track of it. I'm not one of those guys that sit here and will break down every number for you on a chart, and I don't really what they're getting off that. Apparently, they just like doing it. But I know I make money, basically, and so I don't really need to break down every penny and show you every penny I make, or anybody, or even me. I don't even really. I just try to keep doing it over and over again and adding more shares. And so some of my stock picks probably haven't necessarily always been the best, but I learn and make mistakes, and then I just try to improve from there. And so we'll really quickly show you what I'm quickly holding, and I'll get out of here. That was all of the. So it went down to F&B. That's a new holding for me. I'm building a position on it. It is a monthly option stock, and it does pay a 7% dividend or something like that. I believe somewhere around there. We'll show you real quick here what the monthly option's paying. So we'll go here. That's not where we want to go. Wait for that trade symbol to come up. There it is. Jeez. So we'd sell the October 16th, obviously. It's at $7.09. I'd probably sell, if I had 100 shares, I'd collect that $23 per month, roughly. I think, and it was looking at 75% chance. I would probably consider the next one's $10 up. I'd probably wait and see where the stock was at about another week from now, and that way I was closer to the less risk, closer to the option date. But I might just click that $23 and see what I pay for the stock. So right now my average price is $7.29. I'd probably collect that $23 and sell that $7.50. In worst case scenario, I'd roll it over. And so real quick, here's where I'm holding this, getting a long video. Again, subscribe. Make the screen full so you can see it all. Here's the options I have going. EPD. These are what their value is right now, not what I collected. PAA, these will expire next Friday, the 25th. BP, 2150. GE, see my GE ran up on me. I'm going to have to roll that over or see if it has a downturn this week. AT&T, Cleveland Cliffs, CenturyLink, AG&C on one position. ET, 650 again. Price, Kinder Morgan. OLN ran up on me as well. I'm going to see if it really ran up. I'm going to have to see if that pulls back. See if I can roll it over. Hopefully one of those two things happen. FHN. I sold already FHN, I'm sorry, October 16th. And I sold the RF October 16th. And EVRI, I sold the December $10. And so that option pays really well, EVRI stock. Oh my goodness. It's like literally like, I don't know, 5-6% a week. It's humongous. So I own Maine, one position, Coke, one position, here one position. Let's go over what I just own here. Total Group 2 positions, AIG 1 position, AT&T 2 positions, Viacom 2 positions, BP 1 position, EPD 3 positions, HPQ 1 position, KeyBank 2 positions, AG&C 1 positions, Geo 1 position, OLN 1 position. See, look, it ran up after hours too, so I think that's going to bounce back down. I think it just got blown up after hours. RF 1 position, Kinder Morgan 3 positions, MET 1 position, CenturyLink 2, HPE 1, FHN 1, EVRI 3, Valley, Redwood Trust 111, GE Cleveland Cliffs 113, PAA, ET 5 positions, Nokia 1 position, and the rest I'm building. Alright, that's it. Long video. I hope that helps you guys.